We're in Alaska. I think we're about an hour south of Fairbanks. And we've been at this, it used to be a rock quarry, and now it's just overgrown, and it's a series of lakes and old abandoned gravel roads. So we've just been exploring it, working during the day and exploring it. So we've been trying to learn about mushrooms. Don't judge me, I'm gonna pick one. I am pretty sure that this is called a delicious milk cap because it looks just like this one. Everything looks the same, has an indentation the same, but because it has gills, we're scared to eat it. It says the gills run down the stem, and they do, but I don't know. It said it might ooze orange milk when it's cut. This one does not. Now, don't come at me for picking a mushroom. We have literally seen thousands of mushrooms. And even right here, you can see that there's a ton more of them. So, don't say I just killed a living being. I broke it off. I did not dig it up.
Oh my God, you killed a living being.
I know. Well, okay, so the reason is because like at first, Steve would like break them off and look at him, and I'm like, what are you doing? You just killed it. And I was getting a little prima donna-ish about it. What's that word? I was like being kind of a snot to him really about it. And then I started looking around and I realized that there's thousands and thousands and thousands of mushrooms here, and no one's gonna eat them. At least not up here. So I think this is an edible kind. I think it's probably delicious, even the name says it, but I'm still too scared to try to eat it. This one is a Shaggy Mane. See? Same. It has a really delicate stem and it has a really delicate top. I am going to keep this. I feel pretty confident after doing a lot of research about them that this for sure is a Shaggy Mane, and we're going to give these a try. So we saw a patch earlier, or a day or two ago, I don't know, of more of these. So we're going to go back and see if we see them, and then we'll have us a little meal with some Shaggy Manes and some shingled hedgehogs, also known as hawkswing. Let's go see those. Here's another one, Shaggy Mane. I've decided I don't want to eat them because it turns your hands black. So there's a possibility that that's an Inky. Although it looks just like this, how it's black at the bottom. So, just in the time it took Steve to turn off the camera, mosquitoes, and turn it back on, I've decided I'm not going to actually eat them. So, there you go. So you might have already seen this, but you can see there's a pile of little round things all around. Those are actually moose turds. Don't freak out. This is months old. Here's how I know. Inside of it, it's like peat moss. It's just particle board. So that's because moose eat willow trees, and in the summer they have tons of leaves and young branches to eat, but in the winter months their picking is slim, so they eat the thicker branches and even some trunks of willow trees. So because we've seen so much of it, I could recognize it now. And these are literally just like, see, like if I just do this to it, it's literally like particle board.
If you just do what?
All I have to do is just go like this. It's like particle board. So it's not gross. It doesn't feel gross. It just feels like dry board. I guess people actually collect those and make earrings and stuff out of them. You won't be finding me doing that.
So we think this is a bolete. So it's
Well, there's one right there.
right where?
Right there.
I think this is different.
No, that's it. Somebody else. Oh, no, you're right. It is different.
So one of the books that we are using that we don't carry out here says, like, for new mushroom pickers, like, you eat nothing with a gill. So, oh yeah, it's a bolete. But it kind of looks like a sponge on the bottom. This guy, though, is
Slimy.
super moist and slimy. But this is definitely edible if we wanted to eat it. Look, my hands are turning orange from the cap. I didn't know, actually, a lot of mushrooms, people use them for dyes. They'll grind them up or do whatever with them, and then they make a dye out of it. Who knew? One of the things for us, like, we're back here in the backwoods, and it's fall time, and there's moose and there's bear. So we are trying to be really focused on carrying, like, bear spray with us. We know how to use it, hopefully. Like, you yank it, squeeze. And then I think our kids, we're all, I think, much more relaxed because we carry a knife.
Oh, yeah.
So, defense system. Don't have a gun. I think we were berry picking last week, and I was actually a little bit nervous. We were in the bushes, and I just recognized, like, this is bear zone. And then later when we were at a park, we were reading, like, activity level risk, and berry picking in this area is actually a moderate risk of running into bears. So
Yeah,
we try
but
to make noise when we're out and talk to each other. Noelle sings when she's by herself.
I sing with you, too.
Yeah.
If I were a bear, I'd choose the one with facial hair. I'd leave the other alone. She's nothing but fat and bone.
I think I was telling Noelle, like, if we were, like, living here or we were out here a lot, I would get a gun.
You did not tell me that.
I did. I strap it on my frickin' leg. I've been surprised, though, like, for us, like, from the Pacific Northwest, like, bear country there, it's smaller black bears, and the black bears will come out this time of year specifically and eat the berries. Like, in the area we're in here, like, I haven't seen any sign of black bears at all. There's not any scat on the ground.
Yeah, and there's no berries here.
I just read, I know you want to know this, I just read today on one of the forums we're in about Alaska that a lot of the black bears will actually get eaten by the grizzly bears.
Really?
So someone had a black bear in their yard, a grizzly bear came in, attacked the black bear, killed it, and then, like, buried the black bear. So they were, like, calling, like, the game people, whatever. They were like, they came out and got the black bear, the dead one, and took it away. They're like, be careful, because the grizzly's going to come back looking for its meal. So those are the things we think
Oh, it
about
buried
there.
it for later.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let it ripen up, maybe.
Oh.
That's the kind of stuff going through our mind as we're out here.
Not mine.
Well, it's going through my mind. Now it's going through Noelle's mind. So we're having fun, like, picking mushrooms and all that. But
We're being careful.
Aware of what's going on around us and listening and
If I were
smelling.
a bear, I would not eat the girl.
Killing me.
I'm not going to get too close because literally you can see them there. There are holes everywhere in the ground. But look at, I'm not very good with this camera. Look at that tree and all that stuff. See, someone lives here, but we don't really know what kind of animal it is. So if you know, tell us.
So this is a hawkwing, these guys. So we've got our book here that tells us all about them. And we went through, like, the whole checklist here to make sure it matches.
And we also used Google.
Yeah, and we've got another bigger book back in our camper. So we'll harvest these and then verify with the bigger book before we cook them. But this says edibility, excellent if sauteed for at least 20 minutes. Otherwise, it's apt to be bitter. So I'm going to, it's kind of double here. I have It's not just a bear protection system. It's my harvesting system too.
There you go.
So, here's one. Now, if we were professional at this, we would have like a little paintbrush that we could use to clean them off. But we're not professional. I did bring a bag.
It's like your treasure.
Yeah.
Here's
Nice.
this one. Here's this one.
Awesome. Got our mushroom harvest here. Now we're going to go back and clean it and then cook it. While it's tempting, you know, to grab like a couple different kinds that we see out here, the books are all pretty specific. Like try one mushroom at a time. Don't like collect 5 different kinds and try them all on the same day. That way, in case one of them is bad, you know, yeah. So we'll take these back. We're going to leave this area tomorrow. Kind of sad about that. This location may have been like my all-time favorite spot that we've been in the camper. It's kind of remote. We still have cell service. We've been able to work. It hasn't been pouring rain most of the time.
Yay!
So that's been really nice. Like our summer in Alaska has just been soggy. Summer in Alaska this year has been like November in the Pacific Northwest. Just a lot of rain. So it's been great here. Not a lot of rain. We can get out and walk. Like areas like this, which we love to do, to get out and move around a bit. But nobody's here. So like,
Well, people come and stay overnight.
yeah,
Truck campers.
like right now, like it's just us out here. There are hunters out here. We heard them on the weekend, earlier in the week. And like when they were shooting, we just kind of went back to the camper and did our own thing.
I think they were duck hunting.
Yeah, so it's a great spot. Yeah, so we'll go back and do some cooking now. While Noelle was foraging for all of her berries,
High bush cranberry. And like 6 blueberries.
while Noelle was looking for berries, well, this was my berry haul, but I got
Yours? Mine.
berry tired of hunting for berries. So I moved on to mushrooms. So, don't know squat about mushroom identification, and I didn't have any of our books or pamphlets with us, so I picked the ones that looked interesting to me and brought them back. So I've been able to positively identify 2 of them. This guy is called a turkey tail. So turkey tails, you can eat them, but they taste like shit.
Can we
Too
see
tough.
close up? Nice.
So this is the
Kind of
top.
pretty, isn't it?
This is the top, and this is the bottom.
The underside.
Yeah. So you can see it actually better. I think it's called a bolete. This guy, you can see like the pores much, much better than you can on the other one.
Turn it sideways, maybe.
Can you see?
No, I don't know what
you
you're
cannot see.
talking about. Huh. Maybe you can, but I can't.
Okay. So, anyway, tastes like shit, but you can use it as gum, I guess.
Nature's chewing gum.
Yeah.
No,
So
thanks.
it's got a piece of bark in it, so I'll jump right on that. On my hiking, I don't know that I saw anyone chewing on one of those guys. The other one that we were positively able to identify is this bad boy. This bad boy is a Inky Cap, and the Inky Cap, we'll just tell you all about it. For edibility, I have a difference among, so we have 2 books and a pamphlet here. The Inky Cap,
Alcohol inky, wasn't it?
alcohol inky. One of the books says it's edible. A different book says, no, you really shouldn't eat it. But what they do agree on is that if you decide to chow down on these babies, if you drink alcohol 4 days before or 4 days after, this could be a bad thing. It can cause transitory but alarming symptoms, a rapid heartbeat, a flush face, metallic taste, and puffiness or numbness in the hands and feet. So I don't know. A little mushroom that doesn't taste that good means we have to dry out for 8 days.
Not worth it.
I think we're going to pass on that guy.
We still have too much horseradish vodka to give
Yeah.
it.
This guy seems to be a Gilled mushroom. So Gilled means no. And this guy, I think, is a Bolete, but I'm not sure. So I'm also going to say no to that.
Here are the mushrooms. After cleaning them, cutting them, cooking them, sauteing them, I cleaned the mushrooms. It's kind of like artichoke, you know, when you get to the heart of the artichoke and you have to use your spoon and you scrape off that hair. It was kind of like that. I had to scrape off those, cut them up, and it said bite-sized pieces. They did shrink some. And then put them in a dry pan for a little while so that their water can release. And after their water releases and then reduces, I added olive oil and butter, and then kind of pan fried them for another few minutes. So now we'll try them. It's called hawk wing. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, hawk wing mushroom. Yeah, that's very tasty. Why don't you go ahead and try yours, Steve?
Bon appetit.
Does it taste bitter to you?
No.
Hmm.
Tastes like a mushroom.
Yeah.
Kind of. Flavor's faint.
Hmm.
Yeah, tastes like mushrooms.
I mostly just can't get my head around if it's safe or not. I know it is. I mean, like, we read a lot of websites and books, but it just doesn't do enough for me to risk it.
It's okay for me to risk it.
You're the one that said you wanted to.
Yeah.
You said if you died, I shouldn't just drive you to the hospital.
Hey, take me to the hospital. Let them haul me out.
But that's not going to happen.
I guess they're not bad, really. I don't know that I want to sit here and eat a whole plate of them just by themselves. 'Cause I don't like mushrooms by themselves that much to begin with. But
Ugh. Sorry. I tried it again. Ugh. It tastes really good at first, and then I get this, like, burst of bitterness. Ugh. No,
try one from my plate. Maybe they're different.
they're not different. They're not different, Steve. No, I don't want to try it. I appreciate your kind offer, but no.
Yeah.
Oof.
So I would pick them again. But I think, they've got to go with the dish to me. Like, just by themselves, it's kind of like...
Just like sauteed mushrooms, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, well, not dead. So, call this one a score. I've been watching for days to see a moose. I finally saw a moose. He's back here. Look at him.